You're very welcome to the Winter Solstice Eve meditation here in the Tara Open Studio on the Hill of Tara. And it is fabulous up here, beautiful sun. We were up at the hill earlier and the sun was beaming down, a gorgeous sunset there, and there's lovely, lovely energies. And what a year it is to draw a close to now. For me, the winter solstice is all about beginning again. It's like the final, the ending of the old year and the beginning of the new year. For every day from this moment onwards, the light will grow. And as this happens, maybe the intentions you put out here today will have an opportunity to grow and expand as well. I know it's been a tough year. I know there's a lot going on for many people. Some of you are really thriving in this environment where you've more time to yourselves and maybe had an opportunity to change your lives. But for others, it has been an extremely difficult, challenging and uncertain year. And it looks a little bit similar looking into the future. So with that, the intention of this class is to maybe support, not more, maybe put it out there that you are supported, that whatever your intentions be whatever you want to bring forth, whatever you want to let go of, wherever you would like to go in the next 12 months, that you put that out there nice and strong. The first meditation we will do, and even if you've never done a meditation before and this is brand new to you, I would invite you just to give yourself time to relax. And don't worry if you fall asleep during the meditation, if you drift away, if your mind wanders, if you find you get a little bit tingly in your body or see lovely colors or nothing at all, whatever is meant to be will be for you. I work with the angels, so I'll always invite your healing team, your guardians in to support you, and every one of you have your guardians with you. This first meditation is particularly going to be quite powerful as a healing meditation and can be used in the coming days, weeks and months when you need a little bit of a pick-me-up. If you need to be like a little bit more supported, come back into yourself, reconnect with peace. And if it's a thing that things are a little bit hard going, there's a lot of heart stuff, and that's not physical heart. By that I mean a lot of people I know who are healers are also finding it challenging at this time, working through things, external challenges in their lives, or maybe things that are coming up inside. So we'll use this first meditation as an opportunity to come back into your center, come back into peace. In between the first and second meditation, I'll invite you to do your intentions, and you can have a pen and paper ready for this if you want to. You don't need to have one. And then we'll do a gorgeous guided visualization working with the ancient sacred energies of Tara and other sacred sites, helping to align you to your intentions for the next 12 months. I'll then do a little healing or a little card reading and set you off into the sunset after that. So whenever you're ready, I invite you to get lovely and comfortable, lovely and relaxed, uncross your legs and arms. And take a big, beautiful breath. And if you hear birds in the background, there's little sparrows in the walls here singing away, accompanying us. So just let your bodies relax. For those of you that know this land, that know Tara, that know the open studio, you can visualize yourselves comfortably sitting somewhere, a favorite place on Tara or somewhere else of significance to you. Or just being nice and comfortable in your own space, wherever that may be at this time, no matter when you're listening to this. And taking slow, big, beautiful breath, just consciously allowing your body to be present now, to relax. And as you breathe out, just allowing yourself to let go and release any heaviness, any tension, any fear. And it's quite normal when we do these meditations that the temperature may drop, that you may get a little bit cooler or warmer, feel tingles in your body or something else. Just a sense of being very much at peace. Imagining a doorway at the very top of your head opening, just breathing beautiful healing light right down through the top of your head, right down in through your body, And I want you to visualize if you can, and don't worry if you don't visualize very easily, a beautiful golden energy building around you. Beautiful golden light. As you breathe in, you're breathing this really powerful, pure, golden, healing light right down around you, right into your body. And if there is something in your life at this time that is distracting you, that is hurting, that needs help or support, that you feel you need healing or support, help with, I want you to imagine that gorgeous golden radiance, that golden light, now beginning to surround, to shine in and around whatever it may be in your life at this time that is causing you to feel stressed or worried, anxious or afraid. And just giving permission to let go of whatever that may be for a few moments, allowing yourself to come back into your own center and sensing that really beautiful healing energy. You may see it, you may feel it, you may just know that it's there, just building within and around you now, beginning to calm, to stabilize and support you. And taking big, slow, beautiful breaths as this happens, allowing yourself to come back into peace. And imagining that gorgeous radiance filling every part of you now. Imagining a doorway leading into the center of your forehead, opening or being opened now, front and at the back of your head. Breathe that beautiful golden light right down through you, right down into your mind, into your head. And as you breathe out, allowing yourself to release anything that's blocking your view of your life, of yourself. Maybe something in your life at this time is causing you to see things through fear or anxiety, and just consciously giving permission for anything that is clouding your vision to be released now, allowing a higher perspective, a higher awareness to rise from within you. And sense that gorgeous radiance shining down through your eyes, nose, mouth and ears, pineal and pituitary glands, the brain. Just feeling your entire head area just filling with this light. It's shining down over your shoulders. Just letting your body release any tension, any fear. And don't worry, it's quite common that sometimes eyes may leak. As you begin to release any heavy tension, suffering, sadness, anxiety, or stress that you've been carrying or holding. So just observe this as it happens, knowing that the body is releasing and setting itself free. And feel that beautiful energy really beginning to build now. And I invite you to give yourself permission to be anesthetized angelically, and that just simply means allowing the healing frequencies, vibrations, and energies that are most appropriate for you at this time, coming in from the guardians, your guardian angels, the archangels that work closest with you. And I'm very aware of Michael, the angel of protection and empowerment, coming in. Just being aware of that light, the exact energies, the exact frequencies that your body needs now to release anything that is not at peace, anything that is hurting, and to just come back into, to realign to a really gorgeous sense of calm, healing, and peace. And just continuing to take those big, slow, beautiful breaths. Closing your eyes and feeling the light just shining and beaming right down into your throat. And if your mind is racing or if there's thoughts coming in, just acknowledging them. Without going into them, just being aware of them and just breathing the light into and around those thoughts. And just allowing yourself to come back into stillness as much as you can. And as the energy shimmers into the center of your throat, beautiful golden, just kind of an orange gold light coming in. There's a beautiful archangel called Gabriel, who's incredibly strong at this time, sometimes seen as a golden orange light. And I would invite you now, if this feels like an energy you'd like to work with, Gabriel is very aligned to peace and healing, to emotional support, to activating your intentions, conception of new life, new way of life. I invite you to call the angel's name 3 times in your mind or aloud, allowing that gorgeous archangel to connect in with you now. And as the light shines down into your throat, consciously giving yourself permission to let go of any words, spoken or unspoken, written or unwritten, by you or to you, in anger, pain, hurt, or fear. And sensing that light shining, radiating and streaming right down over your shoulders, tremendously lifting your vibrations, right down over your and around your body, particularly in areas of your body that are inflamed, where you're holding hurt, pain or suffering, wounded. Just feeling the light concentrating on any areas, be that on a physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual level, where you're in conflict or where you need extra support. And the energy also focusing upon the shoulders and consciously just giving yourself permission to release anything that's been weighing you down or overwhelming you now. The body may begin to go a little deeper. Don't worry if you can feel yourself adjusting slightly or feeling yourself becoming a little bit more drifting away, a little deeper. The light weaving down your arms, inside and outside your body, right down into your hands, doorways in the palms of the hands opening, releasing any stale, stuck, or stagnant energies now. Just being aware of beautiful healing energy just shining right through you, that gorgeous golden light getting a little stronger. Not everyone will see or experience this, but just knowing that there's a really beautiful, very sacred, ancient, angelic light. It's working with you now, that's supporting you now. And in particularly if there's something that you really could do with healing for, support for, I would suggest that in your mind you consider that just for a moment now. Sensing that gorgeous golden light beaming into that area, those thoughts, whatever it is you're connecting with, in a way that is uplifting, healing, and supportive. And taking a big, beautiful breath, draw the light right down into the center of your chest now. Imagining a doorway in the center of your chest opening. Just inhaling that light right down into the center of your chest. Feeling the energy filling your entire chest area, your entire heart center, and particularly anything that has been heavy, anything within you that is suffering, sad, challenged, or angry. Just feel that gorgeous healing light. And some of you may be aware of a different color or energy, a very deep emerald green, beautiful purple, or different colors coming in there as well. Don't worry if you don't see colors. Just knowing there's a really beautiful healing light. Gone a little bit cool for some of you around the knees, the feet. Gorgeous ancient energies rising up there to support you as well. Gorgeous healing light coming in. And I would invite you just to consciously give permission for this healing to come into the parts of you that need it the most, to surrender into this healing if possible. The light weaving through you, shining within you, growing, expanding and flowing right into your core. And feel it weaving down under your ribs, being aware of a doorway opening or being opened now. And that gorgeous golden energy shining right down into this area. Some of you it's often quite common to feel a little bit nauseous or a little bit uncomfortable, particularly if there are parts of your body that are holding heaviness or old stuck energies as they begin to release. Sometimes you'll often feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's just a sign the body is healing. So don't worry if you're feeling that at this time. And that light building within you, getting really bright there. A beautiful golden energy shining from inside you. This is your own inner light, your own inner spirit. And with each breath that you take, this light becomes stronger. Sensing everything you've been carrying or holding that's been heavy, that's been challenging, that is wounded, conflicted, that is not at peace, beginning to melt, beginning to receive healing and support. You're beginning to shed layers of old energies. And feel that inner glow within you becoming really strong, really bright as this happens. Reconnecting back to your inner light. And just giving yourself permission to release anything that's been draining you, situations, scenarios, relationships, or whatever it may be, causing you to feel caught, controlled, drained, or limited, particularly anything connected to 2020 that you would now like to shed and release, that you don't want to bring forward. It could be a way of being, a thought, a belief, a connection, a situation that you really could do with letting go of, even if you don't know how this is possible. And this gorgeous energy, that golden light and other colors coming in there as well, beginning to spiral around you, swirling through you, and helping and supporting you in letting go of the old, on being unhooked from old energies, connections and drains, and being reconnected to your inner core, that beautiful radiance of gold within you, your own inner spirit, and feeling around you layers of golden light, acting like a support, a protection, a shield, being built in around your outer aura, strengthening your core. So when you go forward, your inner light is glowing, and anything that may have impacted or influenced or drained your own inner spirit now releasing, now dissolving, now being unhooked and cut free. And no, you will not release love, but anything that does not serve you, does not serve your inner peace or power, can most certainly be cut free and released. And this strong healing light, getting really strong now, as it shines right down into your tummy. Oh, and there's a lot of sparkles coming on there in the center of the chest. You might feel a tingle around you. You may feel like that you're a little bit gone quite heavy, but not heavy as in quite tired, quite deep into the meditation. And as the light builds inside you, breathe it down into your tummy, right down into your digestive system, 1.5 inches below your belly button, being aware of a doorway opening or being opened now. Just breathing that gorgeous golden radiance right down into this part of you. A lot of tingles coming in there. There's an amplification in energy and healing energy coming in, particularly for those that really put a strong intention out there today. And I'd invite you to breathe that light. It's gone very strong, right into the areas within you that really could do with strong healing at this time. Even if this feels like an impossibility or an unlikely scenario, I want you to give permission for the healing you need to happen now. And once again, I'm very aware of that beautiful angel Gabriel coming right in there, shining right through you. And I would strongly encourage you to call in the angel once again in your mind and feel that light building inside you. And anything that is out of balance, out of kilter, upset, challenged or wounded, receiving beautiful healing rays of light now. And you may feel this in other parts of your body as well. And you may even sense this shining into situations, scenarios, relationships that could do with more light and support, higher awareness, higher perspective, healing. The light shining right down into your pelvic area. The very bottom of the spine, a doorway opens or is opened now. And that gorgeous golden light all the way through you now, building in your pelvic area. And consciously giving yourself permission, particularly as you release, as you breathe out, to let go of any primal fears or insecurities, any heaviness, maybe habits or patterns that you're trying to let go of, anything that bonds you to them or ties you to them. Feel the energies building around you now to support you releasing and letting go. And sense a strength, a support, a sense of being grounded and present, connected, coming right in for you now. That gorgeous energy stabilizing and supporting you, not only physically, but into your life, into every situation and scenario, every relationship and connection within your life. You're being rebalanced and harmonized with the highest vibration, the highest connection. And the light weaving down your legs to your knees. And if you have a pang of a worry or fear that is now coming up in your mind, I want you to be aware of that golden energy shining around whatever may be bothering you, or whatever you're having a niggle in relation to. And just surrendering it to that golden light. And as the light shines into your knees, being aware of a doorway opening or being opened now, just breathing the light into your knees. And sensing ears may pop with this, just being aware of the energy, instilling a sense of support on every level, not only into your physical body, into your knees, but emotional, mental, spiritual, physical support in every level and layer of your aura, in every part of your life. Tremendous support coming in for you now. The light shimmering, shining and beaming from your knees down into your calves, your ankles, your feet, the tips of your toes. Don't worry if your feet, pins and needles in your feet, quite normal. Being aware of doorways and the soles of the feet opening and consciously giving yourself permission to take a big, beautiful breath and breathe it all the way from the top of your head, all the way down into your feet. And as you breathe out, to breathe the energy right down into the earth beneath you, clearing any stale, stuck or stagnant energies. And sensing really gorgeous healing light building in your aura beneath your feet. Some may see that as sacred symbols, sacred energies. And being aware of the angels, your guardians, the archangels that are most aligned to you, and each of you have at least one, if not more, stepping right in beside you to support you now. From every part of your body, from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers, every cell, atom, organ and tissue, the most magnificent white golden roots of light growing right down through your body, right down into the earth beneath your feet. And as these roots connect with the earth, they grow incredibly, incredibly deep. spreading out in all directions, becoming really, really strong. Allowing you to be firmly and foundationally supported within your body, within your life. And those roots grow deeper and deeper, deeper still, spreading out in all directions, becoming really, really strong. Allowing you to absorb the nourishment and nurturance, wisdom, healing and support of the sacred, angelic light of the earth. And finally, take a big, beautiful breath and just draw that light right down through you, feeling those roots grow deeper and deeper, deeper still, spreading out in all directions, becoming really, really strong. It is safe for you to be present in your body and in your life. You are grounded, supported, and connected. When you are ready, bring your awareness back into the room. Well done. There's a lot going on for people there, lots of healing coming in, lots and lots. And I would suggest that maybe you stay with it if you can. If this is the first time for you to do something like this, there's still other stuff, other energies to release. So this is part of the healing process. So the next meditation could be very relevant to you. And I also would suggest now, if you have a pen and paper, that you could take it out, or some people use a little book or a journal, or you don't need a pen and paper, but maybe contemplating for a few minutes the following. This is a very powerful time. In ancient times, this particular time was of very, very important significance. It particularly, in ancient times, well, as far as I'm aware, Newgrange was somewhere that we would have gone to. Now, I know there was probably other sites around the country that the sun would have shone in a certain way to signify the shortest day. But in particular, for where we know is of Newgrange, where the sun shines to the back of the cairn, and it would be signified to the ancient ones that the dawn is once again starting, that the days are going to get longer. And even though it's not as relevant to us because of our electricity and because of our lifestyles, and maybe some would say it'd be more relevant to us because of it all, it is a very powerful time. And it is a time of, from my own belief, there is a lot of sacredness to this time. There is an opportunity to go quite deep inside, to maybe make new intentions, make new choices, new beginnings, because when the days get longer, with each day that passes, as the light grows throughout the day, you can allow it to maybe shine as well into your intentions and work towards whatever would be important for you, not only to bring in, but to let go of. Let this be an important time to acknowledge what has happened in the last 12 months. And my God, I've never known a year like it, as I know each of you have been the same. And the next 12 months, equally, there's lots of potential and possibilities in every direction. So how about you harness the energy and the sacredness of this time and plant those seeds that may be important to you, things that really need to be acknowledged from inside you. And don't be surprised in the coming hours and days that things come to mind that maybe you hadn't even suspected or even had an awareness of, things that you really do want to work towards, or really do need to look at, to let go of, or really do need healing and support with. Because there is a lot of healing energy available at this time. And I would suggest you make the most of it. So with your pens and paper, if you could put 3 headings down, and the first one being, What would I let go of from 2020? And that could be anything. It could be a situation, a relationship, a way of being with yourself or something else. It could be, my ears are popping there. It could be a worry or a fear, a way of being that no longer serves you, a habit or a pattern. Even if you've tried to do this many times before, I want you once again to acknowledge it. And there are those in the room with me as well that are doing that here as well. Well, there's two socially distanced, myself and someone else. And also, so that's the first one. What would you like to release and let go of? Secondly, what really would be something that you would love to experience by this time next year, in 12 months' time? If you were to look forward, what would you like to see yourself doing, experiencing, living? How would that look for you? And I know I do classes as all the time, every week, and we do these intentions. But this particular time is very important and very powerful and very sacred. And there's never been a year like it. And I firmly believe the power of intentions, that when we bring our awareness to something, we truly allow our hearts to connect, that we are magic and there's nothing that cannot be achieved. So I would encourage and suggest that you really do strongly consider what I'm saying to you now in relation to this. What is a thing that you yearn for? What is your dreams and goals? Even and particularly if they seem off the wall, completely out of reach and completely impossible, I want you to affirm them regardless. Finally, what is your main intention above all else? When you are tuned in now, no matter when that might be, it could be on the solstice, it could be a month or even 6 months from now. What is your main intention in your life at this time? What really needs a healing, a support, an intervention? Maybe you need to affirm something you've just written down, or maybe there's something else. This is powerful, and I want you to consider that as well. And I'm going to give you a few moments to do just that. Okay, if you're still writing, keep writing. The next meditation I'm going to do is going to be a guided visualization. So I'm going to start that in a moment. And just also to acknowledge I'm in the Tara Open Studio, and I forgot to say, this is a painting by Courtney Davis. You can probably see it there. Beautiful Archangel Michael. I love it. Courtney's gorgeous art here. So if anyone is passing the Open Studio or online, he has his artwork and crystals and all those things. They're here online. You can get them online as well. So do have a look, because he's gorgeous stuff. I would spend a big investment here, so I do. But anyway, we're going to start now doing a guided visualization. And with this, there's an opportunity to go a little bit deeper, to have a little bit of a stronger healing than maybe you've had in a while. I will guide you normally to a very sacred site. We may in our meditation go to Newgrange, or maybe back up to Tara. I never quite know. I do plan, but then we start and the energy comes in as it needs to. So it will be as it needs to be. It is very common sometimes that your eyes may leak. And I did say that in the last meditation. Never worry if that happens. That's a sign of healing. Oftentimes as well, it can get quite strong. And just knowing that when we work with angelic light, they're only ever coming into the vibration of love in a very loving, uplifting, and supportive manner. So if anything is ever negative, disregard that. That's not ego. It's not the angelic energies. And continuously try and breathe in that gorgeous golden light. Some people naturally will follow guided visualizations. And I think it's raining. I can hear it. Or there's something happening with water over here. Some people naturally follow guided visualizations, and some people they don't get it at all. They struggle with it. So just try and follow my voice as much as you can, trusting that wherever you find yourself, that it's exactly where you're meant to be, that the healing coming through is as powerful for you, whether you're deeply engaged in the meditation or just skimming the surface. It is as it's meant to be. So whenever you're ready, I invite you now just to get nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed. And anyone there that's looking for private intentions, that has messaged me, I'm just acknowledging you there. I'm going to send loads of healing out too. So let yourselves relax as much as you can. Close your eyes. Take big, beautiful breaths. Just allow your body to be present. And I'm going to invite your healing teams in now. And whether you're aware of it or not, each of you have a healing team around you consisting of your guardians, your guardian angels, the archangels that work closest with you, spirit guides, family and friends, an array of tremendously beautiful healing angelic energy that is always by your side and available to you. Sometimes, though, life can be a little bit challenging, difficult, heavy. We don't always feel the support that's around us. We don't always be aware of it. So just trusting and knowing that today, particularly now, that pure angelic light is being amplified and magnified around you in a way that you will experience the healing as you need it at this time. And I'm very aware of a beautiful angel beginning to step in beside you. There's a beautiful pink glow off this angel. Gorgeous light. It could be, I will mention angels' names, and you may recognize the angel and you may not, and that's absolutely fine. Either way, there is a very powerful, beautiful, healing archangel in, and I'm quite aware of this angel. I would call this angel Zadkiel, or the angel of the ultraviolet ray. Beautiful purple or pink light coming in with this gorgeous archangel. This angel is particularly beautiful and very protective, and particularly if there is old energies that are releasing from around you, within your life, within yourself, or maybe just to align you, to lift your perspective, to support you. And for those of you that would like to experience this angel's energy a little bit stronger, you can call Archangel Zadkiel aloud or in your mind 3 times. Simply say Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Zadkiel. And this will always call an angel to you, calling or invoking an angel 3 times, 3 being a very powerful and protected number, will always ensure the highest vibrations of this beautiful angel connects in with you. And sometimes people will experience a beautiful kind of a glow, a purple glow or pinky glow as the angel comes in. There are other colors there as well. There's lovely turquoise coming in and green energy. So just observing whatever it is that feels right for you. And don't worry if you don't see any colors. I want you to imagine in front of you an ancient gateway. This gateway may be engraved with sacred words or symbols. This gateway is particularly important to you. It is the gateway that will lead you somewhere that is of significance, symbolic and sacred to you at this time. I want you to imagine this gateway opening now. and feeling yourself accompanied by the Archangel, make your way through the gateway, feeling it gently closing behind you, and allow yourself a moment to adjust to the energy. You may be aware that you're in a very sacred chamber. For me, I feel that it's Newgrange, that gorgeous, ancient burial or sacred site in the Boyne Valley, a place of immense significance at this time of the year. And I want you to, for a moment, just allow your body to acclimatize to being present in this sacred, ancient chamber. You may note that there is a corridor in front of you that slopes down. This is the exit, just observing it. You may also note around you chambers leading from this sacred space, and you may note the symbols on the walls. You may find yourself somewhere else completely, either, and just trust in where you are, being aware of the shimmering radiance of the angel of the ultraviolet ray of Archangel Michael shining right beside you, and allowing your body to still just for a moment. Bring your awareness to your core, to the center of your core. It could be your heart center, it could be the area under your ribs, it could be your tummy. Using words, feelings, and emotions, describe from this part of you what you would now let go of, what you would now release from 2020, from your life at this time. What would you ask to be free from? And I'm going to give you a moment to acknowledge just that. And know you've been heard. Sense of the light, a beautiful golden radiance begins to shine up from the entrance to the cairn, slowly creeping up the chamber towards you. The first light of the rising sun on the solstice begins to fill the chamber you're now in. Feel that light shining upon you now, permeating and penetrating deep into your core. Feel the presence of the angel of the ultraviolet ray by your side. Sense the light beginning to dissolve and release anything that can be released in this time. Anything that's been bound to you. Anything that you feel chained to or unable to be free of. With the sun rising and shining upon you, feel a heat, a warmth, a tingle, an awareness of new light awakening inside you. New beginnings available to you. Potential. And opportunities beyond anything you could imagine. Allow the light to shine onto every part of you and feel it grow. Sense the angel by your side and be aware of a presence, a beautiful presence. Feels like a great mother presence or it's like a beautiful angel. Feels to me like a divine mother or a goddess, beautiful energy beginning to form in here with you. And I want you to take a big, beautiful breath and allow your heart, your whole entire being, to fill with this new light that's rising inside you. And feel an optimism, a lightness, a lift in your vibrations, a new alignment forming. And feel and know you're being asked now. What would be important for you? What is your intentions for the next 12 months? And consider this and allow your center to speak on your behalf. Using words, feelings, and emotions, describe from your heart center what would be important for you to experience. And I'm going to give you a moment to do just that. And as you do so, feel the light rising inside you. Feel the glow from your core get stronger. That golden radiance grow with each breath that you take. Feel the beginnings of your desires, your goals and wishes forming now within you. And that light getting gorgeous and bright, really, really strong. Sense yourself being guided towards the entrance to the chamber. Allow yourself to walk down the chamber, down the corridor of light, and it get brighter with each step that you take. And as you leave this sacred site, feel the sun beaming directly down upon you. And some of you may find that instead of being outside the Newgrange tomb, that you may find yourself on the hill of Tara, Loughru, or somewhere else of significance. Somewhere that calls your heart, somewhere that you know of old. And just trust where you find yourself. Some of you may be beside the fairy tree on the hill of Tara. Some of you could be standing outside the sacred ancient site of Newgrange. Some of you somewhere else completely. And just being aware that it's now really potent what you bring your awareness to. And I invite you now to consider what your main intentions would be whilst you're here. Even if you haven't written them down, even if there's something else completely, something that calls your heart, what would be your main intentions at this time? And that could be something you've written down, but it could also be something that really could do with healing or support for at this time. Knowing that wherever you are surrounded by the most amazing angelic band of light, that there's an angel and divine angelic presence by your side, be that of a goddess or the Great Mother. And I'm going to give you a moment just to affirm once again. And know you are being heard. Sense the sacred energies shining right through you now. Feel a woven light and woven angelic energies being wrapped around you. You may sense that you've been gifted or given something of significance. This could be a word, could be an object, it could be something else completely. Just feel yourself receiving whatever it may be. And the gorgeous angel of the ultraviolet flame just standing right beside you now. And you may sense a hand at the back of your chest area, the back of your spine, supporting, shining a healing radiance right into your core. And if there's anything else at this moment that you wish to communicate or would like healing for, in your mind or aloud, you can do so now. And I'm going to give you a moment to receive whatever it would be you need at this time. And be aware as you're being guided once again across the ancient site of wherever it is that you are. And you can see just in front of you that gateway, that ancient sacred gateway forming once again in front of you, accompanied by your angel and guardians. Feel the gate opening and just sense yourself moving through that gate and it closing behind you. Being aware of your consciousness beginning to return back to your body, feeling your feet upon the floor. Feel yourself become reconnected with yourself. And just spend a few moments just adjusting. I'm going to call in the Archangel Michael, the angel of protection and empowerment, and ask Michael to place a very specific protective shield around you now. And in your mind or aloud, you can call out Michael's name 3 times. You can say Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, always giving the angel a few seconds. As the angel comes in, you can ask this powerful protector to place a specific shield of healing, protective light around you. A shield specifically created just for you and your energy, programmed to repel heavy, toxic energies, fears, programmed to anchor in healing, support, protection on all levels, and anything else you may need. And feel that shield specifically woven for you aligning around you now. Impenetrable, only to that which you give permission to enter. We're going to ask that it be activated now and continuously, that it be strengthened and stabilized so you're fully strong and connected as much as you need to be. And feel those white golden roots of light that were rooting you and connecting you and grounding you earlier, shining right down through you, right down into the sacred, pure, ancient energies of the land beneath you. And these roots grow deeper, spreading out in all directions, becoming really strong, helping you to be firmly grounded and supported. And finally, we're going to ask the angels to disconnect and dissolve all negative ties, energy ties and drains, anything that's been triggered for you. And how you do this is you imagine, know, or trust that there may be old cords, connections, or ties between you and people, scenarios, situations that you've been connected with, thinking about. Maybe having some kind of a relationship with. And these cords and ties, you can never release love, but you can most certainly let go of any negative cords, ties, or drains with your intentions and working with angelic light. We're going to ask the Archangel Michael, the Archangel Zadkiel, to cut free and release all negative ties, energy ties, and drains between you and anyone or anything that's been draining or negatively affecting you now. Reconnecting you to your light and everyone else to their light. And just bringing your awareness now back into the room. Well done. There's a lot going on there. I would suggest sometimes we receive guidance, or you might have had an idea, or something may have come to mind during the meditations, at either meditation, maybe an answer to something, or maybe you saw something and you kind of didn't really understand what it was you saw. Or I'd suggest that you write that down, you take a record of it. It may not mean anything to you at this moment, but may do so in the future. So it's often a good idea. I'm just going to hydrate myself. So the next thing we're going to do, the last thing we're going to do, is read the cards. And I'll explain that to you now. For anyone that would be interested, I'm doing a few online courses starting in January for those that want to know a bit more about the angels. I'll be doing an introduction to angels, and that's a 4-week course on Wednesday mornings starting at the middle of January. You'd think I'd know the dates, but I don't. It's on my website, angelicconnections.ie. And that's, we work with an archangel a week. I think there's Michael, there's Raphael, there is Haniel, there is somebody else who I can't remember. And then all about the different techniques, very simple, easy techniques for strengthening your aura, for developing your intuition, for healing, for protection. And then at the middle of February, I'm starting an 8-week personal development, very powerful healing course, angelic crystal healing. So every week we work with a crystal, we work with an angel, we work with a chakra point, and it's very powerful. It's very, very strong if you want to work on getting to know a little bit more about crystals, angels, and chakra, a little bit more about yourself, healing your way through things that may be a little bit challenging or needing more support, or just developing your own spiritual gifts. And they're both recorded. For a period of time. The recording is up afterwards. So even if you're working late or you're not available in the morning time, you can receive the classes in recording version afterwards. So that's all on the website. But anyway, back to this. And anyone that wants to join my weekly classes, you're very welcome. I do them every Tuesday. The next class is 10 a.m. the 22nd of December, and then every Tuesday after that. And then it alternates between morning and evening. So we're going to do the cards. These cards, I'm going to do a reading for the class, no matter when you're listening in. You might think that's very strange, but it's something that I've learned to do over the years. And what I suggest is this is important. Consider a number between 1 and 3. And whichever number is most, that comes into your head or your heart first, I want you to listen to that. So maybe you're thinking, oh God, I feel number 1 is my friend tonight, or I feel a strong connection with number 3. Sometimes you might be a little bit of a number 1, a little bit of a number 2. You know, you might mix it up a little bit, but do trust in what you feel is calling you the most. And when I'm doing the reading with the cards, I will always align to an archangel's energy. So maybe for number 1, I might get a sense of a particular angel coming in for that number. And that would suggest that if this feels relevant to you, that in the coming days, whenever something is highlighted for you that may need healing, or you may need support for, or you may need guidance for, that you would call that particular archangel to help you with whatever that might be. And it's quite powerful when this is done in this way. And this particular reading, we're going to put it out there that we may do a 6-month reading. So this will be till the next summer solstice, till around the 21st of December. So we'll make it now maybe shorter or longer. We'll just see what happens. But trusting in what you feel or what comes to mind with this. So we're going to pick the first card now. And I'm just going to make sure that they're all ready to go. I think they are. See 1 or 2 upside down. I want to fix them. And just take this with a pinch of salt. It's a little bit of, some people it will resonate with, some people it won't. So if it feels right for you, go with it. The angels will only ever communicate in a loving, uplifting, and healing way. Just remember that. So I'm going to pick number 1. Sometimes more than one card jumps up. It doesn't happen today, but we'll have to see how it goes. So for number 1s, instantly I'm getting the right side of my body is coming up, right knee in particular. Oh, lovely card, lovely man. So we have this lovely card here. And it's gorgeous. See the man on horseback, is it? Yeah, and he's got the lovely cross in the center of his chest, which means number 1, you're very protected. There's a really strong sense of protection. Now for number 1's right side coming up, which is the male side of the body, this would often feel like maybe you're over giving at this time, number 1s. Maybe you might feel that you're needing a little bit more support from the men in your life, or if you're a man, that you need to open to a little bit more support coming into your life at this time. There is a really strong sense, as I said, of being very protected. In fact, number 1s, for those that are worrying about something, and if something has been ongoing and you've been quite triggered about it, or maybe you can't see an end to something, knowing that at this time the angels are offering you an opportunity of being carried, that you might be trying to go it alone and maybe not allowing the support that's there and available to you. So you may be turning down offers of help or not seeking out the support that's there. There's a lot of support coming in for you, number 1, as is the angel Michael, which is very much about protection and empowerment. Some number 1s aren't allowing the support in. For whatever reason, you're not letting yourself be helped. And the challenge for you in the next 6 months would be open to allowing more people to help you. Be open to accepting offers of help. Be open to letting yourself be carried. For number 1s in particular, this really strongly feels, good food is coming in as well. Not what's good food? Healthy, eating healthily, good fruit, veg, eating well would be important for you, number 1s as well. And for this one as well, there is a sense that you will go a lot further in the next 6 months than you could ever have dreamt of, and unseen opportunities coming in around April for some of you. A little bit of stuff clearing from the ears there as well. But you're going to go a little bit further than you could possibly have imagined if you let yourself be helped, if you allow the offers of support that are being made to you to come in, and maybe a letting down your guard a little bit more, because some of you are very, very strong and have learned to go it alone. And this is not a time of going it alone. This is a time of letting help in. This is a time of really being inspired and supported by those that love you and want to help you. I've been shown that the universe is there to support you and will carry you if you will let help in. So that 6 months challenge for you guys, number 1s, is learning to let more help in, learning to receive, learning not to give as much, to balance it up, to give and take in balance. Is that okay? So number 1, Michael, Archangel Michael, protector and empower. That's a gorgeous card. The words, be courageous. I don't go by the words, I go by the picture. And that picture shows that horse is available to you. The cross is a sign of protection. You can trust in that. So nice one, number 1. So I'm just going to disconnect from number 1 there for a moment and pick number 2 after a drink of water. So for number 2, ears popping. Oh, ears popping big time for number 2. Sinus is coming up for number 2. Wowzers, lot going on for you, number 2. And we have 2 cards popped out. 2 cards, typically enough. Wouldn't it be 2? So, which is good. At least it wasn't 6 cards. Okay, so I make sure these they don't run away on me. Number 2, sinuses are up. Oh, jeez, sinuses are up, number 2. That's not a bad thing. That means for me, I always would interpret that as your your intuition. So when sinuses come up for me, particularly when I'm doing a healing or working with a class situation, these are fabulous cards, by the way, I'm going to show you now. It normally means that your inner and outer sight is clearing, your ability to see the truth. And for some of you, seeing through illusion and fear, maybe being stuck in a pattern of seeing things a certain way or seeing things in a way that you've been conditioned to see things as opposed to how they really are, being able to start to see a new way of being, a new path opening to you, seeing that path. And by that, I mean noticing things around you that you haven't noticed before. Then for some of number 2s, there may be a little clearance going on around the sinuses and the shoulder coming up as well there at the back of the heart chakra. So we're letting go of old stuff, but it does feel like it's this is a real strong energy coming in for your intentions. Number 2, I love it. If you look at this card, don't worry about the words, but look at the lady, and she has her bow and arrow, and she's the moon, the full moon in the background. This to me would suggest that whatever you are bringing into your awareness in relation to your intentions at this time, you can expect they're going to significantly grow in the next 6 months, if not even begin to manifest into your life if they haven't done so already. The second card that came out is fabulous. Look at that. For me, that always reminds me of the Holy Spirit. And if you look at this card number 2 in the background, and this card came up the other day in class as well, in the background, we have an image of the sea or a body of water, and the lady is on the boat, and you can see a bow over her head, which means that she's now reaching dry land. This would mean a change in terrain for you, number 2s. It doesn't mean a physical move. What it does strongly suggest, and very much so, is maybe a challenge or a way of being that wasn't very pleasant or uncomfortable in the past, maybe last year or the year before, is coming to an end. And you can expect 2021 to be completely different in relation to a new way of being, in relation to how you live your life. You're a lot more supported, you're a lot more steady, you're a lot more grounded. The ground's not going to move from under you as it may have done in the past. Your ability to discern your truth has been highlighted as well. So it doesn't necessarily mean that suddenly you're going to be very gifted in your intuitive abilities. What it does mean is your awareness and your ability to discern what's right for you. That sense of, oh, I like the feeling of this, or I don't like the feeling of this. I sense that, I feel that this, seeing things around you as they are, as not as you have wanted them to be, or other people have wanted you to see them, is going to mean it's a lot easier to live a more authentic life. And there are changes, but these changes are amazing. And in the next 6 months as well, completely different landscape. And I mean that as an inner landscape around you. So a lot stronger, more centered and stabilized, but hopefully by June 21. Now, that's not to say you're going to continue to work through your stuff, but you're a lot more supported, and you're now at dry land. If you haven't reached it already, you're stepping onto it in the next few hours, days, or weeks. So there is a lovely change coming. I like that. Itchy ears with this as well. For this one, I feel the energy of the Holy Spirit, and whatever you call her yourself, be that the Holy Spirit, be that Shekinah, be that Sophia, be that the Great Mother, whatever you call her yourself, she's coming in for you there. So if that be something you need support with, or there's things still going on, please feel free to call her to support you. So lovely. They're number 2. Number 2. So finally, I'm going to cut cords between number 1 and 2 and look at number 3. Number 3. Oh, interesting. I'm already getting stuff coming in for number 3. I'm getting feet coming up, as in cold feet, groundedness coming up, getting out onto the earth. Number 3s are very important for you. Wow. Oh yes, there's lots going on, a lot around the head, a lot of some number 3s a little bit caught up in your head, overthinking things, over analyzing things. Oh, nice cards. Oh, lovely cards. Once they're fabulous cards coming out. I like it. This card has the Leah Fall in the background. Well, I'm going to say it's the Leah Fall anyway. And it's a lovely card. You see the lady holding the chalice, and the man coming in, the new man coming in there in the background. And see, in the distance, you can see the Leah Fall. You probably see it. I bring it right up there, which is the stone of destiny on the hill of Tara. So there's a lot of potential coming in for this one as well. Being grounded. Some number 3s may have felt there's a little bit of insecurity in the past. It's like Maybe in the past, with everything that happened, maybe your fears were heightened a little bit, or you didn't feel as supported as you normally would have felt, or maybe that there's just that things are not as grounded in your life as you'd like them to be. And I know we mentioned groundedness number 2. This is a different sort of way. This is a way like it feels that there's a lot of magic around you. There's a lot of symbolism coming up into your awareness as well. So take note of the signs that are crossing your path. You're releasing old thoughts and beliefs in relation to how things would have been in your past as well. This shows new opportunities coming in. The second card I'm going to speak a bit more of. I love this card. This is, for me, always reminds me of Sophia. Wisdom would be wisdom. So a lot more wisdom coming in. But number 3's, there's a sense of maybe having been a bit scattered in the last few months, maybe having been a little bit lost or a lot going on, but a sense of coming back into yourself, rebuilding yourself, being drawn back into yourself, getting out in nature, going places of significance would be very important for you, number 3's, at this time. There's an awareness of, oh, how do I say this? There's still a little bit of feeling a little bit scattered still, or writing your thoughts down. So I would suggest pen and paper in the next few days, or whenever you look at this class, maybe taking note of where, very importantly, writing down the areas in your life where you would like to highlight because they need a healing or support. I know that we did that earlier, but for number 3 in particular, this is a strong one. Something new, somebody or something, a new opportunity, situation, or relationship crossing your path in the next 6 months. One that is, I like the look of. I really like the look of that card. There's gifts available to you as well, number 3. A lot of healing coming in, potential coming in, and availability of new resources as well. There's something coming that we can't quite see yet, and it's a gift. It's a blessing and a gift coming in for number 3. It'll cross your path unexpectedly, and it's one I can't see much about, only that it's going to happen for you in the next 6 months, and there's potential. There's a lot of potential for magic and healing with this. The angel that I will bring in for this one, although I said Sophia, and if anyone knows Sophia and wants to work with her, most certainly do, Zadkiel, the energy of the ultraviolet ray, is coming in quite significantly and releasing tension and old patterns coming up for you, number 3. So there's a real sense by the solstice, there's a real sense for number 3's that you will have integrated your learning. So something of significance been integrated for you, been a lot more in yourself, a lot more true to yourself, or a lot more sturdy, balanced, and aligned than you have been before. And maybe that's because of the journey you're about to go on, or one you have been on, that will allow you to really look at and go into yourself. But there's a lot of lovely energies coming in with this one as well. So Zadkia. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, if you would like to join me weekly, you'd be very welcome. It's on my website, angelicconnections.ie, the online community, and you'd be welcome to join me. It's €20 a month. You can unsubscribe at any time. And also to acknowledge Courtney Davis's lovely place here in the Tara Open Studio on the hill of Tara, where I used to be every week before COVID, and I absolutely love it here. And there's amazing, even to come into the space, the magic here. So it'd be well worth looking into his gorgeous art. And they do pranic healing. Amanda does pranic healing and tarot readings and everything else here. So do look into it. Thank you, everybody. I look forward to seeing you soon again. And happy solstice, Christmas and New Year, all in all. And new full moon next Tuesday. So I'll be seeing you for the meditation. Thank you.